And right to work is just one issue of many that will be discussed starting this week at the Indiana State House. Clinker and Alting say they're excited for the start of the new session, which kicks off Wednesday afternoon at 1:30. Some of the issues legislators will be discussing include changes to a statewide ban on the drug K2 or spice, legislation to include unopposed candidates on local ballots, and of course the contentious right to work bill, which was one of the reasons Democrats walked out last year. Senator Alting says this year's session is a short session, but that doesn't mean lawmakers will be idle in 2012.
We have ended up over the last 7 or 8 years of cramming so much legislation in a short session that I think you feel at the end of the session that you've done just the same amount of work, but you're just working longer hours and crowding it in.
Representative Clinker says no one will be leaving the State House this year, although right-to-work deliberations promise to be divisive. However, she's hopeful lawmakers will come to a consensus. And while lawmakers usually don't discuss the budget during the short session years, Representative Clinker says there will be some monetary issues to address this session. Last month, a state auditor found $320 million that were not accounted for in the state budget, coming from corporate income e-check filings. Sheila Clinker says while a certain amount of that money must go back to taxpayers, the government will be able to use some of it. But lawmakers will have to decide what to use the extra funds for.
I think the governor is looking at that very carefully and thinking that some of those dollars should go into all-day kindergarten. We're one of the few states that does not pay for all-day kindergarten, just half.
Clinker says the money may also go towards pension accounts for teachers, police, and firefighters.